Hey girl, what's up?
Nothing much.
You look so excited.
Homework.
Mm,
What's wrong?
fun times. It's almost over. It's almost over. Just gotta keep telling yourself.
Mhm. It's not over till it's over.
Yep, that's right. Well, let's see what happens. It's so loud. Lord have mercy. Hey Vicky, what's up? All right. Well, 2 minutes still, and we'll see what happens.
What I got, it's not like yours.
Yeah, it is.
No, look at the flowers.
Yeah, it's a little different, but so what? Does it have the same stuff?
Well, I wrote in it today because I got it today. But
Yeah.
it's got like,
It just asks you things that you're thankful for. 3 things that will make today awesome.
yeah. One thing I'm looking forward to today, the goal I'm waiting to achieve.
Yeah, see, I'm waiting to get to the part. Mine has something that says,
So I'm on page 1. I started writing in it today because I came today.
cool.
And then this came with it. And this is kind of cool. I like this. It's called Starting Today, an Intention and Change Journal.
Where'd
And what
you get those from?
Amazon.
Really?
And yeah, and what it does is it's every day, and then they give you examples right here that you can use for your daily intentions.
That's cool.
And it says, like, here it tells you, right here it says, create a list of activities that make you happy. Set the intention to do each one. Set the intention to do each week this month and write about how that made you feel in here. So you got to write your list out. And then each week when you do one, you got to write down how it made you feel to get one of those done that made you happy.
That's cool. I really like that. You should share like a page a couple of times a week in the chat. That way other people can do it too. Mine doesn't have all that stuff. Mine's really just about being grateful.
Well, I was surprised to get this because it was $1.99.
Dang. But yeah, see, I can't wait to get to this part. So like you get to write about somebody that you're truly grateful for knowing. And then there's a couple of other ones in there where you get to write about other things. Let's see. Write about one experience that you are grateful for that shaped who you are today. Like that's really going to make me start thinking about things.
I got to choose your own journey.
That's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Which, I mean, it starts out at like some of the, like your goals as a child
Mhm.
and like what you wanted to be. And then, so each page takes you to like something else. So I'm curious to see like where I'll be like at the end from when I was a kid and how it all adds up in this tangle webbed
I'm curious.
I weave as an adult.
Yeah, I'm curious too. I would like to see how that goes. I guess all of us having something different keeps it kind of fresh, so we don't have to like talk about the same thing. We can just kind of talk about our own experience and share things.
I like it because it makes you dig in the past. Because
Yeah.
I think sometimes as adults we forget we had an imagination and we had goals, even as kids. I mean, one of mine was just like be a mermaid. Like I've always wanted to be a mermaid.
Still working on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I can't wait. You gonna go to Wiki Wati? You gonna swim with them mermaids? She gonna be with them mermaids.
I told Steven, I was like, I want to be a traveling mermaid. So, because we want a traveling farm and I want a big tank. Do you know how many kids I would make happy?
Mhm.
A lot.
All right.
Can't tell me mermaids ain't real.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's see. I guess it's just gonna be us. So, alrighty then. So we're gonna start. This Zoom is on April 15th, and we're starting now without the rest of the team because they didn't show up. So, polls list daily tasks. I know we had talked about that being one of the things that we needed to kind of bring back maybe a little bit. I'm going to start doing that again on Friday. The reason why I say Friday is because we don't do Zooms on Fridays. So I figure from Friday to Monday, if we can get a poll, a daily task list, or, just something to help you guys stay on track and keep going, that's going to be better. So
How about a tip? How about a tip list?
a tip list. Okay.
Yeah. Like, maybe more of a direction on the content of our stories, because I know some of us can get lost and not know content. So if it's like kind of like what Ashley does in the polls for the challenge group, she kind of puts like a post, like a poll for like a content post to put, you know what I'm trying to say.
I know exactly what you mean. No problem. So
Because I feel like even if we're astrayed and we're not focusing as much as we should have, like I'm doing, if there's still that content, you feel like you can throw it together better than if you just coming out of your own head.
I'm totally down for that. No problem. Absolutely, I can send some tips your way. My next thing was showing up for yourself and your team. I know I am 100% guilty of not showing up for myself this month, much less you guys, and that's why we had the meeting that we had last week. I knew that I wasn't, and like I don't want that to be our culture, because that's not how we started. That's not how we have been going all this time. Like we were running strong, and I don't know, like where we all fell off at. I know where I fell off at, and I'm course correcting that now. So that being said, like, I'm going to start holding you guys accountable for showing up for yourself as well as your teams. So I'm going to start checking in on a regular basis, just to kind of see where you're at, where your team's at, you know, see if you know what your chart looks like, see if you know where your volume needs to be, things like that. Because when I was holding you guys accountable, I was also holding myself accountable. So that'll help for everybody, I think. Which brings me to the next thing of asking for help. You guys, I know we talked about this last week too, and it was one of the reasons why I wanted to bring it up again tonight, because, you know, nobody is really asking for help right now. Very few messages do I get. Now, Vicki, I know you asked for help, but I'm talking about as a team, as a whole. I'm not getting a third, not even a quarter of the messages that I was getting before, which tells me either our teams are disengaged or they just think they know it all. And nobody knows it all, so the likelihood is that they're just disengaged and they're not working. And so that's not good for anybody. It's not good for them, especially because they're not reaching the goals. They're gonna end up quitting on themselves, and we don't want that. You know, we don't want them to quit on themselves. So make sure that you're setting that example. And I mean, I kind of can't do the same. You know what I mean? Yeah, with Ashley as an enroller, I can only ask her for so much help. Most of the time I get ignored. So like I have to go find answers on my own, but you guys have the ability to ask for help. So set the example and, you know, let your team know, hey, I don't have the answer to that question, but let me go ask Anna, you know? So, and then always, always, always refer them to ask you before they come to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because you need that opportunity to grow as a leader. And if they're bypassing you, they're stealing your opportunity to create that leadership within yourself. Morning and evening Zooms. I know we did one morning session and it went well, apparently. Jolene was happy. Jessica said it went good. Vicki, I think you were on, so I guess it went well. I want to start getting back to that. However, morning Zooms, especially at 7 o'clock, it's not going to work for me. So I was hoping that everybody would be on and we could kind of figure out a schedule for everybody to rotate, you know, maybe one do it this week, one do it next week, one do it the following week, just for those 4 days. Each morning show up and, you know, lead a power session. I will still continue to do the 9 o'clock ones no matter what, which I might be having others share that responsibility with me too, so that you guys can grow as leaders. That's kind of the whole point. But we'll have to figure something out. Maybe you can reach out to Jessica. I'll reach out to a couple of my specific team and see who's available for 7 a.m. Vicki, are you willing to do one of those 7 a.m. Zooms? You're muted. Hold on. All right.
I have the kids, and when the kids get up, that means I need to leave. That's what I was telling the girl that was doing the 7 o'clock Zoom. I said, if I have to get up and walk out because one of the kids got up, I'm so sorry, but I gotta go when they get up. So for me, it would either have to be the 6 to 7 or from like 10 o'clock. That 10 o'clock spot was the sweet spot for me, but a lot of people, I guess, aren't available at that time.
Yeah, no, not really.
Because I'm usually driving.
Okay.
I usually went, like when we were doing the 6 o'clock Zooms, I had to leave my house early. I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be there early enough to hit your Zoom. And then if I hit bad weather or bad traffic, like yesterday, today, early this morning, we had tornadoes. I've been up since literally about 2:30 this morning.
Goodness gracious.
We've had we personally have not had a lot of damage, but the community as a whole has.
Okay, gotcha.
So everybody in the house has been up, but
so do you?
yeah, I'm not opposed to doing one. It's just that it needs to like 10, 11, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Something. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I mean, what we can do then is whatever works for you. If you want to do a power session, just like an hour or two before, drop it in the chat. Hey, I'm gonna do a power session at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna do a power session at 11:15 today. You know,
Jolene and I were talking about this the other day. This is awesome. I printed it out finally yesterday.
yes.
The
So,
only thing is I don't know how to time it yet. There's
Yeah.
day one, and it's 30 days. And I'm like, well, if I'm doing a Zoom, that was a great idea she had. Use the sheets.
Yep. So, and we really, in December, we really hooked into that 30-day run, and it was great. So yeah, absolutely. If you want to do that for your power sessions, go ahead. And whenever you're available for that, I'm totally down for you dropping it in the chat and being like, hey, I'm going to do a power session at this time today.
That's what I was wondering. Can I like just drop it in there? Because each day it might be a different time.
You have at least one distributor under you. So this is your opportunity to show up as a leader. Okay, this is your opportunity to show up in our group as a leader.
There's Jolene.
So, hey, Jolene. So you have this, for you, you get to do this on your time at your will, and you get to show up for your people. So, but just make sure that you make it available to everybody. Now you're welcome to use my Zoom number, or you can use your own. I don't care. We're trying to create leaders, and we're trying to get our momentum back. I know it hasn't completely stopped, but it fell off there for a little bit. And our team does not need to suffer for what we have lacked. You know what I'm saying? And I'm mainly speaking about myself. Jolene, would you be willing to do a 7 a.m. Zoom?
To do one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what we were just talking about before you hopped on is everybody kind of sharing in the responsibility of doing Zooms, just so that you guys can grow as leaders, and so that, it's not just all on one person. So what I was thinking is that maybe you do one all 4 days of the week, and then next week somebody else do one all 4 days of the week, and then, we'll just keep rotating and switching off. And of course, I'll still do the 9 p.m. Zooms. Sorry. But anyway, let's move on from that. We're also going to focus on steps to success. And I know that it can be hard, but you guys, if you don't have this printed, get this printed and keep it in front of you. This one sheet of paper, if that's all you do all month, you've done something great. Okay, like we underestimate what the power of one can do. And I know Ashley has shared on this, I've shared on this before, but the power of one is huge, you guys. If you get one customer and one distributor a month, you're still doing something fantastic. You don't know what's going to happen. That one customer could word of mouth tell everybody in their community about your products and what you've done for them, the service that you're providing for them, and that could turn into 100 customers. That one distributor could be that signing machine that's signing those distributors, signing those customers, and growing your business so much. So keep that steps to success in front of you. Make sure that you're pushing to fill it out each month. That should be your goal. This Zoom was held tonight because it's the 15th of the month, and I'm going to start doing Zooms once a month on the 15th. That every other Thursday, it was hit or miss. And most of the time people weren't keeping, like, I wasn't doing a great job about informing you guys when the meeting actually was, or what time, stuff like that. So that's on me, but it's going to be every 15th of the month from now on at 9 o'clock, unless that interferes with a Sunday night Zoom. In case you hop on the Sunday night Zoom. Sunday night Zooms need to be attended regularly. Most of you guys, all of you guys that are here usually attend, so I don't have any issues with that. But our teams aren't attending. Our teams aren't attending as a whole. I noticed yesterday that like attendance for our team specifically was slim to none. So we want to make sure that our teams are staying plugged in. If you don't show up, you don't go up, and that's just how it's always been. So, you guys have anything to add, any questions to ask, anything like that? No? Okay, well, I'm not going to take your time. I will, like I said, drop those polls, daily task lists, things like that. Remember to ask for help, show up for yourself. I was going to do accountability partners, but there's not enough of us here to do that. So we'll worry about that on another Zoom maybe. So if you guys need me, you know how to reach me, and we'll talk
I
later.
have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I have like loyal customers under me that are not my loyal customers that belong to somebody else that I don't know.
They're probably mine from when you first started.
Okay.
Or
Now there's all right, because I know I heard Ashley say that when you have people move underneath you to help you, which is great, but you're not allowed to contact those people. It has to be the person that actually signed them up. All right. Because I only had one decline this week. I've been trying to keep track of everything that you've taught. Been trying to remember everything you taught me. And that one decline wasn't my customer. I'm like, I don't even know how to get a hold of them. I'm like, let me ask Anna because I don't even know who signed this person up.
So, yeah, send me the name and I'll take care of that for you. There was something else. I was getting ready to hop off, but there was something else. Brittany, what did you ask me earlier? What did you say to me earlier? Because it was something for you I was supposed to go over and I didn't write it down.
About the content?
No, follow up.
Oh, follow up. Yeah.
So on the whole follow-up thing, like we can all up our game on follow-up. It don't matter if you have no game, have a little bit of game, have like all the game in the world. We can all up our game on follow-up. The one great thing and the one thing that I always recommend, and Brittany, I know you've heard me say it probably 50 times already, the Connect app. I have a message that I send out that I have a message that I send out specifically for customers, not distributors, but like I get in touch with distributors that way too, especially if they're not responding on Facebook Messenger. But there's a message that I send out. It's pretty random, vague, not really specific on who I'm talking to or a specific product. It's an in general message that just prompts. It ends with a question, so it prompts a response. And then there's the specific messages in the it's in your OneNote, it's in the customer care guide, and like it goes week by week what you should say and how you should follow up with your customers. If you haven't seen that, you need to go check it out. You can tweak that however you want, but I am going to start working on some follow-up messages to deliver to you guys so that you can send them through your Connect app. And I always recommend the Connect app because it's the fastest, most effective, and efficient way to get in touch with all your customers without taking a whole lot of your time or a whole lot of theirs. So, anything else that you guys needed to ask? Or
is there a script for new distributors?
What do you mean?
I have somebody that asked me about the business, wanted more information about it. And I drew a blank. I haven't had a chance. I got the message today and I've been so tired because of everything that's been going on here with the weather that I took a nap before this Zoom. That's why I look like I do. I'm so sorry, but I didn't get a chance to send you it was a message off of one of my polls that I've been doing and wanting more information.
Yeah, so there's not actually a distributor script. However, there are some tips and tricks in the OneNote that you guys have. It's new DT. I thought it's new distributor wording, and then there's another one. It's new distributor. Let me find it. Let me find it.
Hi, Tina.
Hi. Sorry I'm
It
late.
says-
It's been a crazy night, guys.
Yeah, you missed everything, but it's recording, so I'm going to post it so you can go back and watch it because I'm not going to repeat everything. I can't stop coughing. My throat is so dry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not sick. I'm fine. My throat's just dry. New distributor training. Then there's new distributor task list. Then there's post to attract distributors. And then there's potential distributor messages. So what you can and can't say. And then there's objections, answers, and questions for a possible distributor. Those are all in your OneNote. So if you have the OneNote app open that I sent you guys everything that I have, this is all in there. So just give it a little quick look-see and see if maybe you can't find something that's going to work for you for that particular person. So, all right, guys. Well, if there's nothing else,
Yeah, Tina. You got that book.
I know. I can't wait to start it. Oh my gosh. Mhm.
alrighty, well, everybody enjoy their books, and I'll post this. I'll get it up for you guys, and then we'll work on the Zooms for the morning time, and by Friday we should have everything figured out as far as schedule is concerned, and then dropping daily task lists. Daily task lists. All right. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you, Anna. Bye. Bye, everybody.